everyone, Rosie here again with our 5v5 team battle against Team Radiant Tail. So, Sandy lost the first match, which means Lucius will be moving on in our RoundOut. Next up for us will be Doryan using Gear Chronicle versus Lazerman using Great Nature. Oh boy.
The very horrible Great Nature that I lost to when we faced RT a few weeks ago.
I think I remember that.
That was when I called the
Ride the perfect guard.
the heal trigger behind Vanguard for no reason.
Ah. That is a test.
Great Nature versus Gear Chronicle. This is a really strange match. My saying right now is Doryan's ability to do this depends completely on how long he allows Pencil Koala to stay on the field.
Oh, make it. Okay.
But they do both need to get to grade 3, so we're not going to see misrides.
I was gonna say something about Binoculus Tiger, and then I realized, oh, never mind. So far, no one's calling field, just ride and attack. Well, that's
Oh
a
my
crit.
god.
That's a double crit. Oh boy. This just got a little bit painful.
Well, he counter blasts and soul blasts so he can get rid of the koala. And now he has the ability to stride.
Let's hope he gets something good from this. I want to see what strides he has so bad. I think he's thinking real hard on what the fuck to use. And that is a Pockmaker Dragon. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your rear guards, bind it face up, and if you do, you get to search for a grade 3 from your deck, call it, shuffle. At the end of the turn, you put that grade 3 back on the bottom of your deck, and then you get to recall your bound card to the rear guard.
Yeah. Based on what the field is right now, he could turn Gunner Gear Draco Kid into a grade 3. Which would be really good, actually. Doryan sacrifices a 10k shield to get 5k power and a draw.
That doesn't work.
Why not?
It's not a
It's
chrono
not a chrono
jet.
jet.
Oh, you're right.
That's not chrono jet.
Not
That's
chrono
Freight
jet.
Wheel. He's just like shit. Yeah, that's a Fate Wheel. You don't get those with Fate Wheel.
He's really used to having Chrono Jet as his Vanguard. Speaking of Chrono Jet.
Really? Oh, I'm still on the second check.
But yeah, if he really was thinking about doing that, he could have called Steam Brush Dragon the rear guard a turn ago. In order to try to get it instead of Fate Wheel, but it doesn't really make a difference in the grand scheme of things. And it might have hurt his ability to stride if he had done that, so. Now Doryan has to guard the 26k Vanguard.
Good news is I can't do great nature shenanigans.
That's a 2 pass.
That is 2. I guess that's all. Oh boy. Don't tell me.
Oh.
Don't tell me. I see the heal. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Damn.
Draw trigger. At least it wasn't a crit.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that saved Doryan's ass right now, is the fact that it wasn't a crit.
So he rides Chrono Jet Dragon. He wants to do his abilities. Okay, yeah, he could have used Steam Breath Dragon because he had 2 of those in hand. Decides to use Ragnarok. I can't say if that's a good idea or not because given that hand, it's a very strong possibility that he does have guard for it. But if Doryan doesn't feel like he has other options, then do the best you can with what you have. I think I would have actually counterblasted to get a grade 3 from the deck just to thin the deck a little. But I think I can see what Doryan wants to do. So counterblast, flip up a copy, and now it's 2 critical and he cannot guard with grade 0, but there's a perfect guard. Critical trigger.
Oh,
That's one.
yeah. Third. Nova, for the record. Mythos.
Okay, that's
He'll
good,
be on
so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I already told him, like, the whole issue with the order, so. Actually, he's not going to use Oracle Think Tank, oh my god. So, this will be interesting.
And now for the great nature shenanigans.
Great nature shenanigans!
Well,
At least it's not Magnamar, that's stupid stride. That would have been worse, I think.
this
worse.
the break ride is worse in
The
terms
break
of
ride.
what he's gonna get for it at the end.
The break ride is a lot worse.
On the positive side, Doryan did heal trigger. So let's see.
So
He's gonna
both
Legion.
researchers on Researcher Fox. Yeah, Researcher
He's
Fox.
probably gonna just stack everything on Researcher Fox, to be honest.
Probably. It's one of the better ideas. I just said Researcher on Researcher Fox, though, so that was my issue. Duck build. I feel stupid.
14 to Vanguard, Doryan should guard. Even if he has to intercept, Doryan should guard. If he's thinking about taking an attack, that's not the one to take, it's an easy guard.
Okay, so
Okay, he intercepts.
Now, what is he gonna do here?
$30K.
Oh, I was wondering where the extra 4K came from. I'm like, oh wait, Tester Fox doesn't do
Tester Fox itself gives 4K. Doryan decides to no guard, he's just gonna guard the rear.
I don't want to see this. What the fuck?
He double checked to make sure.
And
Oh,
for it.
shit, fuck.
And now Doryan has to heal trigger. And there it is.
I was gonna say, don't tell me! You know how bad my computer lags when I do this crap. I think it's the forest. The forest kills me. I don't lag as bad in the card shop.
Well, lag increases comparative to how many people are around.
Exactly. I don't care. It's still bad. Like, there could be, like, no one in the forest, and I'll still lag more than the card shop. 26. That's a lot. That's okay.
Yeah, Doryan decides to drop 2 10Ks, probably because he wants to use the next turn to be offensive.
And here comes a lot of draws.
The shenanigans! So draw 2 for the duckbills. Then you do researcher, which is counterblast 1. You search for a thing.
And get a copy of something in the Vanguard Circle so he gets another researcher. Then Tester Fox and Break Ride skills. And then finally Break Ride, draw 2.
Did I miss where an oh no, there's the unflip. Okay. I was wondering where the unflip was, and I was like really confused. I mean, I figured Tester Fox was the one doing it because I don't remember the Break Ride, but I just couldn't find it.
He lost track of his draws. He didn't draw enough.
He didn't draw enough for the Break Ride.
So now Doryan has to think really hard about what to do in order to wrap this up.
Because you're supposed to retire when the thing was retired.
Chronos Command Dragon. Actually, good timing for it because this is the first time out of all of this situation that his opponent has had field. Of course, the idea of Chronos Command Dragon actually hitting is another matter.
So just in case, we do Chrono Jet and return something.
Which means those are both 10K boosters.
Whoa, 10K boosters. Wow. Actually, for the record. Oh. Huh. Apparently Doryan's ignoring him. But I was just checking something. It's like, yeah, Chat Noir's draw is actually kind of forced.
Yeah, it is.
What I would have done was used Draco Kid to search a grade 3, called that grade 3 instead of where the crit is, and then put the crit behind the Vanguard.
Doryan made a mistake.
Should he have used the crit?
He should have used the crit. If he had, that would have been a 1 pass, and it also would have given him a draw, which would have meant if the top card of his deck is a trigger, it means he would have gotten it there. So Lazerman would have had to drop another card to make that even a 1 pass. I'm pretty sure he didn't attack with the rear guard first because he didn't want
The Vanguard to get there.
he didn't want the Vanguard to get trigger power. But if he was gonna think like that in the first place, why call the crit to begin with? You lose a 10K shield doing that.
So, chances are Doryan just lost. Because that's a Magnemar. It's a very pretty stride, I might add, but...
I understand what Doryan wanted to do, but I think Fate Rider Dragon actually would have been better in that situation.
I forget what Fate Rider does.
It takes a unit, calls a unit 1 grade higher, and then for every... it puts a unit to the bottom of the deck, calls a unit from the deck 1 grade higher, and then every unit... And then for every face-up G unit you have, you can give 1 unit on the field 3K.
So for having 4 face-up in the G zone...
By the way, that's what I meant.
It would give
He would have gotten that crit if he had used the skill.
Okay.
Also, Fate Rider would have just been a better choice in that situation.
Oh, well,
And I'm saying that because I know he didn't have another Ragnarok. Ragnarok would have been the absolute best thing, but because he didn't have that option, Fate Rider would have been better.
Well, unfortunately, that's the end of this match. We'll be moving on to our next match here shortly. See you soon.